The AESC switch can also be used as a backup throttle. When a throttle error is indicated on the VIMS display, the AESC turns on until the engine is shut down. The AESC switch can then be used as a backup throttle. Momentarily depressing the switch will step engine speed between 725, 1350, and 1830 RPM. The machine can be operated in this manner until the throttle is repaired. Another onboard computer system, VIMS, monitors and manages machine functions as well as stores, processes, and presents critical information. VIMS constantly shows you machine status through the gauge panel. This panel displays engine coolant temperature, hydraulic oil temperature, system air pressure, and fuel level. Right below the gauge panel is the VIMS Message Center. The Message Center contains an alert indicator light that will come on whenever the computer senses unusual conditions or potential problems. The VIMS keypad is unique because it not only gives information, it allows you to get information. You can use the gauge and arrow keys to scroll through displays on all of the 22 systems monitored by VIMS. Your operation and maintenance manual will give you the information you need to access VIMS through the keypad. Whether you ask for information or if the computer sends it, the message will appear in the text window. The first line will tell you the condition of the system, and the second line will give you exact sensor readings with recommendations for actions you should take. The alert indicator light can be turned off using the keypad. When there's no specific information selected, the Message Center will display the time of day and total machine hours. VIMS provides you with information at 3 levels of alert. At the advisory level, VIMS turns on the alert indicator light in the Message Center and displays the sensor reading from the monitored system. The sensor reading is shown in graphic form by the LCD gauge and in digital form in the text window of the Message Center. It means you should take the time to check the particular machine system as soon as the machine is stopped. At the operator action level, VIMS flashes the action lamp located on the console on your right, in addition to all the advisory level displays. This means that a problem must be checked as soon as possible. This tells you the problem is serious, not critical. At the immediate shutdown level, VIMS adds an action alarm. This means the problem is critical. You should stop the machine immediately to prevent serious damage. VIMS can also communicate diagnostic information to help service technicians download information from the system through a laptop PC so that problems are easier to identify and correct quickly, increasing machine availability. Other important control switches are located in the right and left consoles on either side of the seat. In the right joystick console, you'll find the engine throttle dial and key switch. The dial has 10 settings. Turning the dial clockwise increases engine speed. Counterclockwise reduces speed. In the unusual event that the dial fails to work, use the AESC as a backup switch. In the rear of the right console, you'll find the dead engine boom lower switch. In the event that the engine is not running and the pilot system accumulator is exhausted, you can use this switch and the right-hand boom control lever to vent the make-up valves and lower the boom. The left console houses the power mode switch and AESC switch. On the outside of the left console is the hydraulic activation control lever, which unlocks or locks the hydraulic controls. In the back of the left console is the backup switch for the main pumps. If a problem occurs, switch it to the on position. Additional switches are located here on the dash. 2 knobs control the heating and air conditioning. The one on the left controls fan speed. The one on the right controls temperature. Just to the right is the windshield wiper washer switch. This is the interior dome light switch. In addition, there's a dome light switch to the left of the cab door. Ladder lights are controlled by this panel switch, or by this switch to the left of the ground ladder. Press this switch to the middle position to turn on the panel lights and house lights, and to the top position to add boom floodlights. The circulating and defroster fan is controlled by this switch. You can stop the travel alarm by depressing this switch. The ether starting aid is controlled by this switch. Center is off, bottom is manual, and top is automatic. Now that you're familiar with the machine, let's talk about startup procedures. After you've completed your daily walk-around inspection, insert the key into the disconnect switch located in the engine room and turn the switch to the on position. In the cab, adjust your seat and controls, and be sure to fasten your seatbelt. Check to see that the hydraulic activation control lever is in the locked position. Move the implement control levers to the hold position. Turn the start key to the on position. Look to the VIMS message center and wait for the VIMS self-test to be completed. If all checks are normal, the time of day and service meter hours are displayed. If the message indicates a system needs to be checked, be sure to do so before starting the engine. If all systems are normal, turn the engine throttle dial to position 1. Now put the starting aid switch in the automatic or top position. Move the key to the start position. Release the key switch when the engine starts. If the engine does not run smoothly, move the starting switch to the manual or bottom position, hold it for 2 seconds, and return it to the off position. You can repeat this procedure until the engine is running smoothly. Ether should only be used for cold starting purposes. You should allow the engine to warm up at low idle for at least 5 minutes. To warm up the hydraulic oil, turn the throttle dial to medium engine speed. Move the hydraulic control activation lever forward to the unlocked position. Run the engine for about 5 minutes while intermittently modulating the bucket control lever with the bucket stalled so the cylinder is fully extended.